What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kara Quintrell, back at it again with another video. And today it's a little different. We're gonna be talking about hair for not only women of color but men of color. So let's just say people of color in the workplace, right? So I have a regular 9-to-5 job, if you say. I go to some type of office every day and I work with a very diverse group of individuals to get, this type of job done, right? And as you can see, and as you know, I have colored hair. This time it's like shades of purple. My natural hair is red. I normally wear red hair and I'm also natural. So I got like a few tips. I don't know if I'm gonna number them or just say them. We'll just see how the video goes. So the first thing I want to say is understand the industry that you're working in, right? So for me, I am a consultant, meaning my company, So a company A, right, hires my company, which is company B, to work for them for whatever reason, right? We go in, fix their problems, right? So in my job, I have to adapt to new companies because of my work environment, right? So say if Google is a company I'm going for, they're more relaxed, can wear jeans every day, things may be different there. But say you're going to like AT&T or something, right? Could be a whole different ball game, whole different setting. So understand the industry and your job and what it all entails. If you know that people like colored hair is not a thing, don't color your hair. If you know that people, not necessarily say look down on natural hair, make sure it's clean and cut and put together. Like, don't walk into work with some Bantu knots and they green. Like, sis and or brother, because you never know, don't walk in there looking like that. So understand the industry you work in and your environment. Fill it out for a few weeks, if you want to, and then see what you can test. Like, what I like to do is I like to test the waters a little bit because I change my hair every week. I'll walk in that office every week with something different. Like, either it's natural, weave, something. My hair is not always the same because I do my hair every week. So, but I also know that I can do this, I can't do that because of the environment I work in, right? So that's kind of like number one. So number two, after you understand where you work, the people you work around in the industry or whatever, you need to have presentable hair. So for men and women, no matter if it's color, if you have natural hair, whatever, your hair needs to be presentable at all times. Now, whether you're at work or not, you need to have presentable hair, but that's a whole nother conversation. But let's just talk about natural hair. This could be for men and women, right? Of color, obviously. So for guys, if you have, right now the style is growing like your hair like kind of tall, like having like a lot of curly hair at the top with like a fade, or, if you have your hair long, you get like the two braids. I call them the F-boy braids. But, if your hair is that long to where you can do that, that's what I'm talking about, right? So, everybody's like in this beard phase now, like, black bearded men, all that, whatever. If you're going to look like that, or if you want to grow your hair to look like that, make sure that it's groomed, Make sure you get a fade. I'm not saying fresh cut Fridays every Friday or whatever, right? But don't go in there looking like a caveman and you just walked out of hibernation for 3 months. Don't do that. Look presentable, look nice. We already have to work twice as hard as the next person. There are beautiful people and there are wonderful people. I got that from my best friend Sierra. But there are beautiful people and wonderful people. Us beautiful people have to work twice as hard as wonderful people. So don't give them another reason to already tell you why your beautiful self should not be with their wonderful self, right? Men don't think about it as much. And actually I have a friend that asks me like once a month, like,
Kira, okay, so, you know, my hair is like this, and my hair is like that, whatever, like, what should I do?
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just make sure you're put together. Like, if you are I have friends that work in the same industry as I do with dreads down to their back. I know a partner in the company, he has had dreads for the past 20 years, but they're always nicely put together. He looks very presentable, and he up there. So make sure your hair is very presentable. Now, to my women, when it comes to natural hair, I have natural hair as well, and it's colored. So when it comes to natural hair and colored hair, and don't let it be natural and colored hair, same thing, same rules apply. Make sure it's presentable. When I wear my natural hair, you know, if I do decide to wear a fro, I make sure my hair is moisturized, you know, and it's not just like I just woke up, I didn't do nothing, I didn't even fluff it out, nothing like that. I make sure everything is nice, put together, and no one can tell me that my hair looks a mess. Now, when it does come to natural hair, I do not go in looking like of course, it's always good to, you know, like Black Power, whatever, but I will never in my life walk into an office with bantu knots. That is just not a thing. Now, if I walk in an office with 2-strand twists, you know, and I'm trying to like define my hair for the next style, I'm going to style the 2-strand twist, right? So, you know, sometimes I could have them down or whatever, or sometimes I may like pull one back, you know, to the side, and it look like it's like going to one side or something, like presentable. I'm gonna make it look presentable, right? So number 3 is a flattering hair color. I'm not gonna say this is for men because I don't see men with natural hair. I don't see men with hair color inside the workplace unless your hair was a natural like 1B black and you did like the Wiz Khalifa, not Wiz Khalifa, but the brown highlights. You know, some of y'all be doing whatever. I guess we'll consider that. But I'm really talking to the women that have colored hair. So if your hair is not a natural hair color, whether you did it brown, like a light brown, not like a dark number 2, but like a light brown, if you got red hair, if you got a deep purple hair, I don't know what other hair colors that you could possibly wear in a corporate workplace setting that's more traditional. Let's just say that a traditional workplace, whatever your hair color is, make sure it's a flattering hair color, right? So if say, right, you see my hair color, right? And I actually toned this down from the hair color it was. It was like more pinkish, but now it's like a deep kind of purple. Like the pink is kind of at the ends a little bit. I don't know if you can kind of see it, like right here. All of this was like all of that color at first. But I was like, I want to tone it down because I want to attempt to try to wear this wig to work. So if you, like, it always go back to number 1, knowing your workplace and your environment and what you can and cannot get away with and what would be acceptable. When you have colored hair, make sure it looks correct on you and your skin tone. And the way you style it can also help with that. So I'm a brown girl. I have very red skin, and shades of red look really nice on my skin tone. Excuse me. I've had red hair for almost 10 years. Like, okay, not 10 years. Let's say like 7 or 8 years. I've had some type of red hair for like 7 or 8 years. And people always tell me, oh my gosh, Kira, red looks really nice on you, da-da-da-da, right? When I first interviewed for my job, which was for an internship, I had just got like these Marley twists and my hair was red, but I was like, I'm trying to get this job, right? So I made sure my hair was like pulled back into a ponytail, but I still had those red twists, right? My hair was like this color red, like this color red. But what I had to offer was better than my hair color, right? So my hair was that color when I was in college, and when I decided to graduate, I decided to like tone it down a little bit to like burgundy, but still have my red hair. It was still presentable enough to still go to like office meetings and go to work, but still good for myself because I didn't have to like dye my hair back black just to work in the workforce, right? This hair, I have not worn it to work yet because today is Sunday and I'm going to go to work tomorrow with this, but this is like a deep purple with like some fuchsia and magenta or whatever, but it's not too bright It's not overpowering, and it's not that much of a distraction. Yes, my eyebrows are colored, which I got like little stuff up here. My eyebrows are colored, but everybody already knows I have colored eyebrows when I go to work. I have colored hair when I go to work. This is just the type of personality that I have already set in stone for myself. So when I do decide to come with a new color or a new hairstyle, it's not too drastic to what they're used to seeing, because this is the type of person I am. But it does not affect the work that I do, right? If you have to question, like, is this gonna be all right? Like, I don't know. Don't do it. Like, if you have to really sit back and think like, man, I want to dye my hair this real forest green hair, tips and blah, blah. Like, if you have to think about it too hard, and this is for my POCs, people of color, if you have to think about it too hard, don't do it. When I did this, I didn't think about it that hard. I was like, all right, I want to do my hair like this purple because I want to try new colors or whatever. And when I did it, I was like, okay, it's slightly bright. Let me tone it down just a tad. When I did, I was like, oh, this is perfect. You know, I'm perfectly fine, whatever. And I kept it moving. What was that, like number 3? So I guess to tie it all together, number 4, since we're numbering stuff now, number 4, be comfortable with your hair and everything that you do, right? So if you're going to do something, if you know what, I'm going to color my hair this color, I'm going to style it this way, I want to blow it out, I want to do this, that, and the third. Be comfortable in your hair. If you gonna decide to do it on Saturday, you like, all right, I'm walking in there on Monday looking like this. Be comfortable in yourself, be comfortable in your hair, be comfortable in everything that you do. Because us beautiful people already gotta work twice as hard as these wonderful people. And if we are not confident in the decisions we make, whether it's hair, work, school, whatever, it's gonna come back on us. So whatever you decide to do, if it's something bold, dealing with your hair, be comfortable, because if you're comfortable, they're going to have to get comfortable and they're going to accept the way you are. Then if you decide to do something else, no one will say anything because you're confident and you're comfortable in your hair choices. This is also for men as well. If you decide to start growing out your hair, you want to get the little curly top, you want to start growing out your beard or whatever, make sure everything's clean cut and cool and you're confident. Oh, Tyler, you look at your hair is growing. Well, you know what? John, yes, my hair is growing, but clean cut. Can't talk to me. Fresh cut Fridays. Men, keep your hair fresh. And sisters, my sisters, queens of the world, if you want to dye your hair, go natural, transition, whatever, be confident. Can't nobody tell me about my hair, baby. Like, whether it's red, purple, straight, curly, whatever. I'm confident in my hair because I know it looks good, it looks nice, and my hair color has nothing to do with my work ethic. Okay? I low-key just went off a little bit, but whatever. I didn't really have no script. I just had like some viewpoints. So, going back at it again. Number 1, understand what's appropriate for your industry. Number 2, have presentable hair color. Number 3, make sure your hair is always put together. And number 4, be confident and be comfortable. So, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, but if you guys like this video, please click the like button. And if you like and want more stuff like this dealing with hair, like not necessarily like hair tutorials or hair reviews or whatever, also comment that down below as well. Like, I'm trying to figure out what you guys want. And since YouTube is obviously not a full-time job for me, I work inside a corporate world. So, and like I said, I have colored hair or whatever. I've been here over a year, but I've also been dealing with the corporate world for the past 5 years. So if you have any questions dealing with that as well, like, let me know. Put them down here as well. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I'll also ask you same questions on there. I'm just trying to make sure I give you guys good content that you actually want to hear and not content that 50,000 other videos are already here on YouTube, which I realized that I was low-key kind of doing. So I'm trying to do more videos that aren't on YouTube but are very relevant to my channel as well. So yeah. Okay, sis, and I guess brothers today, you need to love your hair. No matter if it's long, short, curly, or straight. Love your hair and love yourself. It's Kira. I'm out. Catch y'all in the next video, and That's it.